Hi, RPA kids. Happy Wednesday. We are continuing our series of investigating all those big questions about the Word of God and who He is. So today we are going to be discussing a story that you may or may not know, and it is about Queen Esther. I think VeggieTales did an episode on Esther before, so it might be possible that you have maybe seen this story in action as an animation cartoon. Basically, Esther is its own book in the Bible, and it is an amazing story about God's protection and His plan. The interesting thing about the book of Esther is that the name of God isn't necessarily present in any part. However, we know that the Israelites are God's people, and in this time of history, the Jewish people were in danger because they were being targeted by others, kind of like in many parts of the Bible. And God uses Esther to save them. So basically, Esther is a Jewish woman who was chosen to be a wife of King Xerxes in Persia. And there was an evil man named Haman that rose up. He had power in Persia, and he had a plan to destroy all of the Jews, which were Esther's people. Now, Esther risked her life by going to the king uninvited. You do not do that. If you're not invited by the king, you could be killed for trying to get to him, to talk to him, or whatever. And so she risked her life and presented herself before the king in order to save her people. And the cool thing is, because of her courage, she was just a young woman. Because of her courage, her people were saved. And Haman was killed. So that's pretty much the story in a nutshell. However, there's a lot more details to it, and I totally recommend that you go and maybe search out that VeggieTales episode or read the book of Esther for yourself. It's not very long, and it's quite interesting. So, our detective question today is, this whole story of Esther sounds like a fairy tale. She's not real, right? Well, let's go ahead and check out what our evidence says this. Clue number 1. King Xerxes is a historically verified king, okay? Persian records and Greek historians confirm that King Xerxes ruled Persia from 486 to 465 BC, before Christ. He was a real king, and therefore, this is real history. Clue number 2. Persian customs match all of the details that we find in the book of Esther. In Esther, the book describes Persian palace life, the laws and customs, even like the special spa treatments that the women went through. Sounds heavenly, right? Only someone who knew Persia well could have written all of these details into the story of Esther. So that's that. Clue number 3. Jews, to this day, in the Jewish religion, they still celebrate something they call Purim. And this is the celebration of what Esther was able to do. So for 2,500 years and more, Jews all over the world have been celebrating Esther's courage. Nations and religions don't celebrate a fake story or a fake event for more than 2,000 years. Don't you think that by now, more than 2,000 years later, if the story of Esther and all that she did was not real, it would have faded out, right? So why does all this matter? Why does it matter to find out if the story of Esther is true or not? Well, If Esther's story is real, right, then God protects his people. And just like he protected his people in the time of Esther, we can trust that his hand is still upon us and protecting us as well. God is a God of promises, and he does not lie. And so we can trust, just like all of the things that we have looked at up until this point in our investigation series. God is true. We can trust in his word, and we can trust in his protection and his plan for our life. So it might be possible